officially now, I don't, dude. If this goes off again, I swear to God, like I might have a breakdown. But anyway, man, we have to be on the line, man. Yo, so I can't get the content we were speaking about before this, but
Yeah,
we were just on to roll, bro. And so yeah, just for formality's sake, please describe or please deconstruct the title "Feels Like Home" once again, just briefly, and then we
nah,
can move on.
when I made Feels Like Home, right, I named it based solely off the cover art, right, of that lady, like the Black Madonna with her child, right, the child giving the mother a hug, and to me that looked like, oh, that must be what home feels like. So that feels like home, like any child giving a hug to their moms or your grandmother. You know what? That's basically what home feels like. So I wanted the music to kind of convey a story of a purely South African perspective. You know what I'm saying? Even if from, oh, this guy's making like American references or he's making pop culture references, but from sonically, from the titling of the songs, right? Like even a song like a Hi Hi, right?
Yeah.
Hi Hi is only something that we South Africans will get. Hey, Hi Hi. Only we'll know. I'm heating up, my G. But only a South African will get that reference. Umuntu ngaphandle were like, wait, he. It's like, nah, dog. It's not. It's Hi.
They have to sit with that for a little bit. Yeah.
Exactly, right? So I wanted all the songs to convey that type of message, right? So that's how from the titling of the songs, from how I wrote the songs, I had to tell a story from a purely South African perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's what like, home is.
Dude, can you kind of like speak on the state of music where you live? Where do you? Okay, first of all, let's just establish where you're from. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I currently live in like Horizon View, it's the West Rand. Yeah, it's in the West Rand, but obviously I grew up to and fro from like my grand's house, which is my grand and my grandparents' house, is in Dobsonville, Soweto.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why you riff on like a Scott Maskandi, a song like a Drowning, the like the house influence. There's no particular sound where, okay, if I'm running with this type of sound, I'm only using these type of beats. I'm like, nah, if I like something, we're running with that. Because see, the one neighbor is bumping like a Teddy Pendergrass, the other guy is bumping Soul Candy Volume 3. You know what I'm saying? The guy Shai Brown Dash, Vroom Vroom, back opposite, color, Brenda Fassi, you know what I'm saying? So growing up around like that melting pot of music and being able to take all that in and all the people you come across really influences like how I attack music, you know. Yeah.
Put into words like what the rap scene is like there, because from Feels Like Home, collector's edition, I just know your particular skills, right? I had a dude from East Rand last week on and dude, you and him are like the sun and moon, basically polar opposites as far as sonically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, okay, he's good and you're bad, or you're bad, you know what I mean? Nah, but it's damn near different genres even. You know what I mean?
Sonics, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So can you kind of break down like what it's like, or what rappers are like where you're from? Like what's the day in the life of like a West Rand rapper, basically?
Yeah, man, it's just like people trying to make music that they feel, and whatever sound they like. Niggas from this side, like there's a kid from Light Dope, see my grand, who's like rapping over like piano beats. You get another guy, like my cousin Kmo Snow. He's more like the trap soul type of feel. You know what I'm saying? That the Toronto sound, with how Toronto is taking like R&B and giving it like the dark moods and undertones. right? And then you get someone like Silas, who's like sonically that guy's vocals is like, yo, this nigga.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, and the weirdest thing, like a lot of people ask me, yo, like, is Silas a girl? I'm like, nah, dog, that's a nigga. Like, that's a nigga.
I was convinced up until you were like him and I we worked on. I'm like, wait, him? What the hell? But anyway, bro, now that you said that, you know what I mean? It's not like the farthest thing from my imagination. I can kind of picture it.
Yeah.
Plus with the content that he's putting out.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off.
Silas and I, the same high school, right? We met in like grade 8, right? So like with Silas, from that young age, that guy could like sing. So they even started calling him like Rimfana Eske.
Yeah.
He sing like songs better than Rihanna could.
Yeah, hey man, that's the homie though.
All the bullies, dog, would like literally huddle up and get this nigga to sing for their girls. Like, hey, yo, come sing for my lady. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we built a bond from there, and we started spawning from all those relationships. So with me, because of all the different sounds I grew up listening to, it's very hard for me to stick to a particular sound. If I hear something that I like, I'm like, let's do it. Whether it sounds like house, whether it sounds like gospel, whether like on a song on what's this, Ezulwini, right? Where Ezulwini sounds a lot like, I could say the beat is very dubstep EDM.
Yeah.
But I was able to, because of how I wrote the hook and how I wrote the song, it now sounds like a Black Mambazo or a Maskandi song.
It does, man.
Bro, you know.
Yeah. So I gotta reiterate some things that we were talking about, man, just for the purposes of this cut.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because we spoke on a lot that I want to be clear to everybody watching right now, bro. I really am vested into your music, bro. I've become a fan of it, man. It's so dope. I'm rooting for it so badly, man. I really do want you to take this decade by storm. Like you've made me a believer over the space of half a week. You did. Yeah, man. Talking about Silas now, man. All jokes aside, bro, I really do think he killed it. Incredible talent. My appearances by him, not necessarily my favorite song. Maybe it's my favorite song, but Hi is crazy. Bro, hilarious with the skit. Yeah, Yagami is dope, man. Yo, can you actually? That was actually a super crazy thing that I saw on your Twitter. I was like, yo, like Yagami. So you're a Death Note fan, bro.
You understand, my dog. You understand.
We ain't taking no L's.
And like, anime is like a huge part of like growing up, right? Like obviously the first introduction to a lot of guys for anime is like a Pokemon, right? So from the Pokemon, that we made the leap from Pokemon to DBZ, and then from like the DBZ you get introduced to like a Yu-Gi-Oh, a Knights of the Zodiac, right? But now because my already huge anime fans, these guys were collecting like Naruto CDs all the way in 2005. Like these guys had Naruto way back then, so I got introduced to like all these other stuff through them, like your Narutos, your Bleach, and all these other stuff. And then that's how I got introduced to like your Death Note, your Psycho Pass, your One Piece, your Shingeki no Kyojin, which is Attack on Titans. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Trust me, I know. I'm heavy with all of that shit, bro. I'm heavy. I'm an otaku. That's what I get it. That's the terminology for like an anime. Yeah. So yeah, man, I dig it, man. And no, go ahead. Cut you off.
And then with my name, I'm like, okay, my name Lesedi L. I'm like, hey, yo, it still goes hand in hand because Lesedi in English is light. I'm like, this is literally like light Yagami and Ryuzaki, who is L. So I'm like, hey, yo, let's go. Death Note is the way.
So there's a punchline even within the name.
You feel?
Oh, dig it. Yeah, man. Just getting back from the digression, man. The music. Man, talk to me about like where you plan on taking this, bro. Like, like I told you, my nigga, I don't want to question and answer format, nothing like that. I just want, let's say, a conversation like between a fan and the thing that he's a fan of, or the person that he's a fan of.
Yeah.
So I'm just want to know, like, bro, like, we know that the numbers on SoundCloud aren't what you and I would hope they would be.
Yeah.
So what's the next step, bro? Like from here?
Okay, from here, so I'm working on, funny enough, like simultaneously, I'm working on like 3 projects, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like a collabo tape with Silas and Linzo, right? But so because I've written so many songs for it, I had to literally divide them up into like 3 projects.
Yeah.
Probably the first one is gonna be like an EP, just like 4 or 5 songs. Just drop that like still on SoundCloud, and then because of like tight beats and stuff, right? Then you drop the second one as well, which like keeps the same theme, and then the third one is what we're gonna throw on like on all platforms, on your YouTube, your Apple Music, your Spotify's, and all. This is basically to like create hype in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I took it from growing up in an era of like a Kendrick Lamar, a Drake, a J. Cole, a 50 Cent. Like 50 Cent and Lil Wayne made mixtapes a huge thing, right? Where they'd give us free music, but the music in itself would be so dope. By the time these guys drop their projects, it's not even a question of whether we're going to buy them or not. Like, we were there because we knew what skill level these guys were on, right? We knew Drake and Kendrick from like a Section 80, from a comeback season. By the time these guys dropped their debut albums, we were there because, but these guys can make album type of music, right? So it was easy for us to make that leap, as opposed to now, as someone who doesn't know me, if you're gonna hop on like an Apple Music or Spotify and you're gonna pay for the music and it's not up to that standard, it feels like a waste of your money or your time. Like, now I'm paying for this.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm like, you want to show people that, okay, you can actually do what you're saying you can do. And once they have that type of faith in you, it's like, it's easy for the fans to say, when are you dropping this on Apple Music, on Spotify? Because they want it there. They're willing to pay money for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's that type of thing. And from there, we take it from SoundCloud to the world, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I so wish that I could be a part of your like team, for not even for hype, not even for whatever. I just want to help. Like, I literally, dude, if I had the money, I would buy a project, right? But I don't want to leave it there. I want to shoot. For instance, I want to shoot a high video. I want to shoot a broke niggas video. I want to set up a whole scheme. You dig?
Let's work then, man.
I have, bro. Websites, the whole 9, bro.
Trust, my G.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Not to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Riding your coattails, so to speak. But yeah, to anybody watching this right now, just know this is, out of all the tapes I've done on these interviews, this is the one I recommend the most to date. Like, this is crazy. Like, feels like the city, you dig? So yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we'll fill in the blanks as we go. But for now, let's just move on to the second part of this interview, where we have to analyze these song lyrics, man.
Genius type of stuff.
Yeah. So on Scott Maskandi, you go, there's a little bar, you go.
Bati tumamina ngota guya fiwa up in Cyril's economy. Bati keep mshini politics to hypocrisy. Niggas in the deep ain't got no time for our Socrates.
Yeah.
Right? Breaking that down from the whole reference of who they called Cyril Ramaphosa Utumamina, right? Where he got elected into power and he's like Tumamina, right? Bati Tumamina.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
I forgot that, damn.
Yeah. Right? So even from there, his successor, obviously, like the person he was succeeding was Jacob Zuma. That's right. Bati keep machine, right? Bati keep machine, but politics is the hypocrisy. So you took Zuma out, but yet everything's still going south because he's just one part of the problem, as opposed to everyone got to go. Like all those old heads, everyone has to go, and we start afresh from the bottom. right? So with us, we just we voting one evil out and putting in someone else who's going to do the exact thing, who's going to do the exact same thing, right? So it's that type of scenario. And it's still the same problems, and you trying to break down or explain that to a person who's suffering at the bottom does not make sense. You trying to break down policies or whatever for umuntu olambile phansi laphaya makes no sense to them because they hungry. That's why niggas in the deep ain't got no time for other Socrates. Like, all your politicking or your philosophy, dog. I don't want to hear that, dog. My family's hungry. My niggas want to eat. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that bar means. And the line that like follows that up is like, unless you're my nigga, therefore. So therefore's like a friend I made online on Twitter, right? And we become good friends. So he's like a very deep nigga. Right? So he's like one of the only guys you'll know who like willingly go read like a Socrates or philosophical type of books, right? And the dope thing with him, he's not just like a one-dimensional guy where he's like super into sports, super into culture, super into, but not all guys have like that many facets of him.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's by breaking it down, unless you're my nigga, therefore, because we just trying to take on a pig, or like Uteko Modise, right? Where Deco had the car, the Aston Martin. So the Aston Martin had those wings on it.
Yeah. I would have never imagined that it actually had that much depth into it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, I'm reading this line and I'm like, okay, I can kind of get the overlaying punchline. You know what I mean? Like, I
get
see
the
what's on the, yeah, but I didn't know that, okay, actually, no, there's a lot to this. You know what I mean? You have to read between the lines. Like, the thing was a mystery to me. I didn't get that. The Tumami that's new to me. You did. So I kind of, now I'm excited about these other lines that I have here. For instance, on Broke Niggas, I have
Nigga woods, a nigga hood, it's understood. She gone to see granny, she hiding wolf. In here like Danny, she want a wolf. Extension of family would die wolf. She pop those pills in the morning, she makes it go poof. Ain't no proof of her escapades. Feel like her love life is boring, so she gets it scoring offside like the ref is paid.
Damn, that's actually kind of crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But breaking it down from like that sense of the wolf, right? So she hiding wolf is literally the reference that I said from the Little Red Riding Hood line, right? Where she claims she's going to her grand's house, which she's telling this nigga, hey yo, right? But she knows where she's going. She's gonna go see that nigga, the broke nigga in the hood, right? So she's literally hiding. She's the wolf in the sheep's clothing now, as opposed to the nigga being the wolf. So literally herself is the wolf in this scenario, right? So when you break it down to the next line where she goes, she's in heat like Danny, she want a wolf, right? Obviously, like when dogs in heat, obviously
she's like Danny, she want a wolf. Okay.
Yeah, but obviously Danny reference would be a Daenerys, yes, with the whole mother of dragons. When she's in heat like Danny, so
damn, I didn't get that. I didn't get that. She's in heat like Danny. Okay. Carry on, my nigga. Sorry.
A wolf, right? Extension of family with dire wolves. So the dire wolves obviously would be a Jon Snow, right? So extension of the family line being with Jon Snow, right? In like Danny, she want a wolf. Extension of family with dire wolf. So she popped those pills. Morning, she makes it go poof. Ain't no proof of her escapades, right? So obviously in the morning, once whatever she's done what she needed to do, that morning pill, she needs to make all that shit disappear. She takes that pill, right, just to hide. She makes everything go poof, disappear like nothing happened, right? Because she gets a scoring offside. Riffer's paid. So she's married to a guy, but she's doing all these other things backdoor.
Off the books, yeah.
You know, off the book, and obviously it's the kind of like she's getting away with like all this bad playing, and people are letting it slide because she spoke to the ref. Like, yo, dog, the game is the game. There is no VIP in the game, dog. If it's your time, it's your time.
yo, I feel like this is not the last time we're gonna talk because I need now. There's so much more that I need explained, especially in the way that you're explaining it. Now I'm just like, yo, what else did I miss? You did.
Yeah, but you feel like it should never feel like a thing of, besides missing it, no one wants to listen to the song if it feels like he's going in too deep, right? So from entirely my flow alone, my flow must be able to pull you in. Like, hey, yo, how is this nigga flowing like this one? You know what I'm saying? How bouncing the way he's bouncing. So that pulls you in. Only once you've listened to the song like 10, 12 times, like, that's what he meant. And that's something I learned from like Jay-Z in Jay-Z's book Decoded, where he's saying 10 years later, only then when my lines are making sense, because off the bat, it was dope. Kanti, there were layers to the verse.
Damn. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, man. Yo, the full clip, you go,
Ice cold, I know, 3 stacks, I be invisible, P.S. Vieira, Henri, Arsenal 0-3 with that O2, I done told you, these boys cannot match thee, so they go crazy with that gossip on free sticks, I know. Ice cold, I know, 3 stacks, I be, so Ice cold is obviously Andre 3000, right, from the reference of the Hey Ya video, Ice cold, so that's what Andre calls himself, right, so cold, I know, 3 stacks, I be, invincible, Perez, Vieira, Henri being, if you're a soccer fan, you'll know that the 3 Frenchmen, or the 3 Musketeers would be Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, and Robert Perez, who played in Arsenal's 2003-2004 team, which went a whole season undefeated. Right? So they were... Yeah.
Put that up, right? I just got into the Premier League stuff, so yeah, I don't know too much about like the history of it, but anyway.
2004 season, they went the whole season undefeated. I think they had like a 49 run, no loss.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they dubbed them the Invincibles. That's why Perez, Vieira, Henri, Arsenal 0-3 with the O2. So O2 was the logo that they had on the shirt, which was the main sponsor was O2. So Arsenal 0-3 with the O2. I didn't told you. These boys cannot match thee. So they go crazy with the gossip, like Humphrey being Gossip Girl reference. Like Dan Humphrey is a nigga's actually. Yeah.
Dude, what? I did not expect any of this. Like, these are all genuine reactions, bro. Yeah. Because I'm looking at it, I'm writing these down, right? I'm like, okay, I know what this is. I can kind of see where he's going with it. And you blowing all of that out of the water, because I'm like, I don't know any, like, it's like you putting me on to so much, my nigga.
Yeah,
bro.
The Humphrey is like a reference to Gossip Girl, so that's all niggas are good at now. They're good at gossiping instead of, hey, yo, dog, where the rap's at? And that's why the line that succeeds it, right? The line that follows is like, I know you niggas crazy with the threads, like a seamstress. Right? So that's what a seamstress does. You guys, all you niggas are good for is typing threads online. Niggas are good with the threads, seamstress. But I be Kira with the lead. You meet the Reaper. I treat my book like the Death Note. If I pen these words down, niggas are dying. Niggas are dying.
Bro. Yo, bro. I'm stunned, man. Yeah, I'm stunned. You took out here, bro. Yo, do you have a favorite song on the tape?
Oh, it changes, like, because depending on how you're feeling at the time. One time your favorite, like Don't Let Go, right? Because of like the emotional attachment you feel like a sad song, right? Because at times I don't even look at the song. Once the songs are written down, I never look at them from, okay, I wrote that. I look at it from a listener's perspective. That's why it's easy for me to say, okay, this song sucks, I'm not going to put it on. Because I'm not going to view it from, hey, yo, I'm nice. And it's dope. Nah, I have to view it from, if I'm going to make someone else listen to this, would I pay money for this myself?
Had it been somebody else's song instead of yours, I dig that. I actually respect that. Yeah.
Yeah. I always look at it from that perspective. So even like catching on some of the bars, like, hey, yo, Kanti, this is what was being said. This is how it feels. So that's why it changes. It can be like it can be a Don't Let Go. a Scott Mascandi because of just like how Kasi it feels. Like the vibe on Scott Mascandi is like, yo, this is a vibe, right? A high because with high, I felt like Jabba on that track, right? Like, you know, the type of waves Double HP would ride, how he make music so
definitely.
so soulful, right? So I'm like, if I'm getting in my Jabba bag, this is what Jabba would have approached the song like. This is what Biggie would have approached this type of beat like. So that's why you get with the flows like, hey, look what you're doing to me. How you got me stressing like an interview seat. You would never question what I bring to the table. Check portfolio, you know it's gonna be rodeo. I'll be Antonio Banderas in your stable. You see, so that's like a very Biggie flow.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, my nigga. Yo, man, what are your? I think we spoke about this on the previous live. What are your future plans?
And man, just to get the music to the world, bro. You're just trying to be the best at what you're doing. Like, what's the point of doing what you're doing if you're not trying to be the best or gun for the head? You know what I'm saying? And it's not even a thing of like making this tape was never a thing of I want to make this like the best South African tape or you want to be the best rapper. Nah, you compared with I'm gonna take a Good Kid, Mad City. I'm gonna take Kanye's Graduation. I'm gonna take like Drake's Nothing Was the Same. I'm gonna take AKA's Levels. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? All the albums you consider classics, and how does it sit with all your favorites' bodies of work? And how does it compare? If the tape goes hand in hand with like a Good Kid, Mad City from start to finish, from does the story make sense? Do you skip any songs? How does this tie in with this and that? If it can stand bar to bar with like a Graduation or a Nothing Was the Same, then I knew, okay, it's good enough. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro.
Doing, regardless of, I'm just a kid from SA. Like, hey, yo, Drake was just a kid from Canada. Kendrick was just a kid from...
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
You do this because you want to be the best at what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, just to conclude this, man, I really do, man. I really am a fan of your music, bro. I really, without sounding too pretentious or without sounding like, you know, this is a gimmick, I'm trying to tell you now, I think you're sitting on something very special out here, bro. Honest to God. And you got to take it, man. I don't know if you're the type of nigga to take advice, and I'm not the type of nigga to give advice, but I'm giving you right now. Yo, man, you have to take this decade, man. We can't be sitting here in 10 years from now and nothing's moved forward. I need you to be the biggest name. I need you to be the Drake. You dig? That's how good. Yeah, that's how much of an impression your music has made on me, man. And yeah, just keep on moving, man. Keep on pushing. It's fucked up out here, but you know what I mean? Man. You just gotta do your part, man. You just gotta do your part, work. Otherwise, besides that, man, thanks for the interview, bro. Do you have any closing words?
Yeah, man, just thank you for the support, my G. It's like you were saying, right, where at times you'll feel touched about, hey, not many niggas are hearing this, but for a guy like you to actually hear that, as long as one person hears it, it's good enough. You know what I'm saying? It's good enough if it can move that one person who, if it moves that person, it can move everyone else. You know what I'm saying? One step at a time, right? Because at times, niggas want all the hype, and then by the time they get there, they weren't even ready for everything that's happening. So even if it seems slow, you got to keep on pushing, man. It's like when you look at your favorite rappers and you're thinking it took them a minute to blow. Like, nah, bro, these guys have been in the trenches. Like, check how long it took Rock Nation to put Hov on, to put Kanye on.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga was writing. No one there wanted that nigga to rap. This nigga was like, yo, dog, stay with the beats.
Yeah.
Like, beats. No one ain't trying to hear Kanye rap. But look where he is now.
Yeah, man. Nothing is overnight out here, man.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, bro. Yeah, yo, dude, keep on pushing, man. I'm with you, bro. I don't know what I can do. If you're ever in Cape Town, definitely hit me up. We can do. I can do what I can. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And I'm gonna play this, reference it to whoever wants to listen or whoever I feel like should listen to it. Thanks, bro. Feels like home. The city interview. We're out, bro. Peace.
Thank you for having me.
I think I need love.